Toby the Tram engine had been feeling ill lately. His brakes constantly squealed, his frames rattled, and his boiler ached. Many of the other engines noticed this and began to fear for the worst. Toby was taking a train of flour from the mill to Mayfair to be delivered to the bakery. Thomas was waiting on the opposite track with his coaches when Toby rattled in. Toby squealed to a halt as he pulled up to the platform. "Goodness gracious, Toby, are you feeling okay?" Toby was out of breath. "Just fine, Thomas. Just fine." His blackened smoke poured out of his funnel. "Toby, perhaps you should go to the works. You really don't sound healthy." "I said I was fine, Thomas," Toby snapped. Just worry about yourself. I can manage." All right. Don't get your pistons in a twist. I was just trying to help." "I'm sorry, Thomas. I'm just really afraid." "Of what?" "That I'll go to the works and they'll find something really bad." "Well, you won't know for sure, Toby, until you get yourself checked out," said Thomas. "We'll see," said Toby, and he rang his bell and pulled his empty line of trucks to Knapford. Toby rattled into Knapford station. Gordon was quick to notice the awful noises coming from Toby. "Toby." I know, I should go to the works." "Don't subside this, Toby. You sound really sick. You should know by now you have nothing to prove. Just go get yourself checked out and feel better." Toby just looked down. "Toby, just get yourself checked out," said Gordon. "Come on." Toby could only motion in agreement. The pain became too much, and he desperately needed to go to the works. Toby went to the works and was put under and knocked out. It felt like ages before he woke back up to the fat controller standing in front of him. Sir?" he said groggily. "How are you, Toby?" "I'm a little numb, but I'm ready to hit the rails again." The fat controller looked down at his feet and looked back up at his tram. "Toby, I'm afraid you're going to be here for a while." "What? Why?" asked Toby. "What did they find?" Sir Topham looked down again and sighed deeply. And as Sir Topham explained, Toby's face changed from frustration to despair. "Oh, so I haven't got long." "I'm so sorry, Toby," said the fat controller. No, sir, don't apologize. I've had quite a long life and a long career. I guess it's just that time." The rumors flew around the island like wildfire. All the other engines were in a deep sadness when they learned of Toby's condition. "He always was a great teacher," said Percy. "Tried to bring out the best in everyone," said James. "A lifelong friend and colleague," said Edward. "Will you guys stop bumming me out?" said Thomas. "Toby's not gone yet, and I think the fat controller has a way he could help him." "Thomas, his condition is too severe. It'll be hard to successfully repair him," said Gordon. "Yes, but there's also such a thing as conversion repair." "Conversion repair?" asked Henry. "Yes. Old steam locomotives are converted to oil-burning steam engines or diesel-powered engines." "A diesel-powered Toby," said James. "Thomas, that's preposterous." "But it could very well save his life," finished Thomas. "Even with the technology available and funding available, who knows if Toby would even survive such a conversion." "Has anyone had a chance to visit him?" asked Percy. "It would be impractical for all of us to go," said Henry. "Well, when any of you get a chance to, go visit him," said Thomas. Thomas brought a line of empty trucks to Farquhar Quarry. He met Mavis there, who had a distressed look on her face. "Good morning, Mavis." "Good morning to you too, Thomas. How's Toby?" "So far, not good. He's been late about the works for the past 5 days." "Oh, I see. Thomas, if it's not too much trouble, I really would like to visit him." "I was about to visit him after I shunt these trucks. Come with me." So Mavis did, and the two made their way to the steamworks. When they got there, the steamworks was quiet and empty, except for a few fans rattling from the ceiling. "Where's Toby?" "Let's check in the back." And their two engines made their way around the back of the works. they were met by a grisly and saddening sight. For there was Toby's chassis, boiler and valve sitting upon his axles, missing his wooden shell. "Oh my God, no," said Thomas, who was on the verge of tears. Mavis just looked at the remains in shock. "Oh, Toby," said Thomas, who was hysterical. The two were in hysterical grief and pain. Toby was gone. "Did someone say my name?" said a voice from inside a paint shed. The two engines looked up, and the paint shed's doors opened, and out puffed Toby! "Toby, you're alive!" the two said, smiling. "Aw, no flowers," said Toby, cracking wise and chuckling. The two engines were too happy to muster up a sentence. How? "My old boiler and my wooden frame was in bad shape, lads, but the boys here worked their hardest and converted me to an oil burner. No more coal for this engine." The news of Toby's restoration made headlines, and everyone gave him a warm welcome back to work. However, his working career of sorts was downgraded a bit. After 95 years of service, Toby humbly retired from commercial service and instead operated his old Arlesdale and Branches Heritage line. But he still stayed at the sheds with the others in Timoth. Semi-retired, you might say. But really, all the engines were just happy to have Toby still around and still kicking and still riding the rails.